He was a legend in the wrestling ring tonight. He's accused of...
WWE and I have come to an agreement, and we fix everything out of court.
Over the years, WWE has handed out bans to its superstars for all sorts of wild reasons, from outrageous backstage antics to breaking the strict wellness policy rules. Some exits were more dramatic than others, but they all left their mark in the ring and out of it.
There's one thing you're better at than I am, and that's kissing Vince McMahon's.
In this video, we're diving into the jaw-dropping tales of wrestlers who found themselves permanently banned from the WWE universe, never to step foot in the squared circle again.
Joke of a man. You're a joke of a man.
Sunny.
Former WWE star is finding out late today that she will spend more than a decade behind bars. Tammy Sytch was sentenced following a crash last year that a 75-year-old man from Daytona Beach.
Strap in, because the story of Tammy Sytch, aka Sunny, is nothing short of a wild ride. Once hailed as the original diva and a key figure in WWE's Attitude Era, Sunny's trajectory from red-hot star to a cautionary tale is packed with drama, scandal, and controversy. Sunny first captured the wrestling world's attention in the mid-90s with her charisma, beauty, and undeniable talent. She was the quintessential 90s diva, managing tag teams, bringing an undeniable spark to the WWE universe, and even earning the moniker of most downloaded woman in the early days of the internet. But as her star rose, so did the rumors and whispers of trouble brewing behind the scenes. The first signs of trouble emerged in the late 90s when Sunny's behavior began to raise eyebrows. Reports of backstage clashes and erratic conduct were just the beginning. As Sunny's popularity grew, so did her indulgences. Rumors swirled about her turbulent relationships and frequent run-ins with WWE management. Despite these early warning signs, WWE continued to use her star power until the issues became too big to ignore. Sunny's off-screen antics took a dark turn when her legal problems began to overshadow her wrestling career. The catalyst for her dramatic fall from grace was her series of DUI arrests. In 2012, Sunny's legal woes became public as she was arrested for driving under the influence, marking the start of a downward spiral that would culminate in multiple arrests over the years. The pattern was alarming, a disturbing combination of erratic driving, public intoxication, and reckless behavior that seemed to escalate with each incident. The drama didn't end there. As Sunny's legal troubles mounted, so did the rumors about her lifestyle choices. Some insiders claimed that her personal struggles were partly fueled by a turbulent relationship with WWE management, alleging that she had been at odds with the company's leadership over her behavior and conduct. The once celebrated diva's reputation became tarnished by whispers of drug use, a series of short-lived relationships, and her increasingly unstable public persona. By 2018, the situation reached a breaking point. Sunny was involved in a series of legal battles and public scandals, which only compounded her problems. The most shocking of these was a fatal car accident in 2022 that she was involved in, which resulted in severe legal consequences and further damaged her already fragile reputation. WWE, known for its strict policies on conduct and wellness, had no choice but to sever ties with Sunny. Her permanent ban was the culmination of a series of events that painted a grim picture of a once prominent figure who had fallen from grace. The decision to exile her from the WWE was met with a mix of shock and relief. Relief from those who felt that the company could no longer be associated with her tumultuous and controversial behavior. Today, Sunny's story serves as a stark reminder of the high price of fame and the precarious balance between celebrity and personal conduct. Her rise and fall remain a gripping saga of glamour, scandal, and the harsh realities of life in the spotlight. Jeff Hardy.
You're one of those guys who, over the course of your career, you've taken a lot of risks. A lot of risks. I mean, your highlight reel is ridiculous. When you look back at those moments or think back at those moments, were there any where you think, I shouldn't have done that? That was stupid.
No, because knock on wood.
It's a steal. I mean, this will work.
Knock on whatever. I've been crazy lucky, man, and I pushed the envelope a little bit. And no, I don't look back on it. I'm glad and proud of everything I've done. I have no regrets.
Jeff Hardy's journey from wrestling sensation to being banned from the sport is a roller coaster of thrills, heartbreak, and controversy that could fill an entire storyline of its own. Jeff Hardy, known for his daredevil stunts and charismatic presence, was one of the most electrifying performers in wrestling history. His high-flying, death-defying moves earned him a legion of fans and a well-deserved reputation as one of the most exciting wrestlers of his era. However, beneath the surface of his high-energy persona, Hardy's life outside the ring was marred by a series of troubling issues that eventually led to his banishment from wrestling. The first major crack in Hardy's seemingly perfect career appeared in the early 2000s when he faced legal issues related to substance abuse. Despite his incredible talent and contributions to wrestling, Hardy's struggles with addiction began to take a toll. In 2009, he was arrested for charges, which led to a suspension from WWE. While he managed to return to the ring and continue his career, the shadow of his past legal troubles lingered. However, it wasn't until 2018 that Hardy's issues would come to a head. That year, he was arrested for driving while impaired, DWI, which was a significant blow to his career. The arrest was a stark reminder of Hardy's ongoing battle with substance abuse and raised concerns about his ability to perform safely in the ring. Despite his attempts to address his issues and seek help, the damage was done. The real game changer came in 2021 when Hardy faced yet another legal battle. This time, he was arrested on multiple charges, including driving under the influence and violating his probation. The arrest was a severe blow to his career and led to his suspension from all major wrestling promotions. This suspension was a direct consequence of his repeated failure to adhere to the strict conduct and wellness policies that wrestling organizations enforce to ensure the safety and well-being of their performers. Hardy's banishment from wrestling was not just about the legal issues, but also about the impact of his behavior on his career and the wrestling community. Fans were heartbroken to see their favorite daredevil fall from grace, and many began to question the extent to which addiction and personal issues can affect even the most talented performers. In the end, Jeff Hardy's ban from wrestling was a culmination of years of personal struggles and legal troubles that overshadowed his incredible achievements in the ring. His story is a poignant reminder of the fine line between fame and personal downfall and the challenges that even the most resilient individuals face when battling their demons. While Hardy's legacy as an extraordinary wrestler remains, his journey serves as a sobering tale of the consequences that come when personal issues collide with professional success. Bruno Sammartino.
And what supposedly I did, the most evil thing, was that it was said that Vince McMahon has been very kind to the old-timers. And I looked right at Vince McMahon and I said, all due respect, I says, but I think if anything you showed nothing but disrespect to the old-timers.
Bruno Sammartino's saga is a riveting tale of glory and drama that shakes the very foundations of professional wrestling. While the name Sammartino is synonymous with wrestling greatness, his story also includes a dramatic clash with WWE, a confrontation that led to a long and controversial ban from the promotion. The early 1960s saw Sammartino's meteoric rise as he became the face of professional wrestling. His awe-inspiring reign as WWE World Heavyweight Champion, lasting an unprecedented 2,803 days, cemented his place in history as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. But as the decades rolled on, the sport began to evolve, and Sammartino's story took a dark turn. The 1980s ushered in a new era for WWE, driven by Vince McMahon's vision of larger-than-life characters and flashy entertainment. This era, marked by the rise of sports entertainment and a departure from traditional wrestling, was a stark contrast to the pure athleticism that Sammartino represented. As WWE embraced this new direction, Sammartino grew increasingly vocal about his disapproval. The primary battleground was the shifting focus of WWE from athletic competition to sensationalism and spectacle. Sammartino, a purist at heart, believed that the introduction of outlandish storylines, excessive gimmicks, gimmicks and the pervasive use of steroids was compromising the integrity of professional wrestling. He was particularly outspoken about the steroid abuse crisis that was gripping the industry, arguing that it was damaging both the sport's credibility and its athletes' health. Sammartino's criticism did not stop at mere words. He refused to participate in WWE events and distanced himself from the company, leading to a public and contentious estrangement. His absence from WWE programming was not just a personal choice, but a significant statement against the direction the company was taking. The friction between Sammartino and WWE reached a climax when he declined multiple opportunities to make appearances or engage in promotional activities. His outspoken criticisms were seen as a direct challenge to McMahon's vision and WWE's new approach to wrestling. The rift was so profound that it led to an unofficial but very real ban from the promotion. For years, Sammartino was a ghost in WWE's world, a legend whose name was spoken with reverence but whose presence was conspicuously absent. The feud between Sammartino and WWE was a source of speculation and intrigue among fans and industry insiders. Rumors swirled about potential reconciliations, backstage conflicts, and the extent of Sammartino's influence on WWE's evolving direction. Despite numerous attempts by WWE to bridge the gap, Sammartino remained steadfast in his critique and refusal to return. It wasn't until 2013, decades after the initial fallout, that WWE made a dramatic and historic move to mend fences. Sammartino was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, a gesture that was both a tribute to his incredible legacy and an attempt to reconcile with one of the sport's most influential figures. The induction ceremony was a powerful and emotional moment, reflecting the deep respect WWE had for Sammartino's contributions despite the past controversies. Sammartino's eventual return to the WWE spotlight was met with mixed emotions. Fans celebrated his induction, but the road to reconciliation had been long and fraught with tension. His story remains a thrilling chapter in the history of professional wrestling, a testament to the clash between old-school wrestling values and the evolving landscape of sports entertainment. Bruno Sammartino's ban from WWE is a compelling tale of passion, conflict, and legacy. It's a story that underscores the dramatic intersections between personal beliefs, professional integrity, and the ever-changing world of wrestling. CM Punk.
Vince, I need to talk to you. And Hunter was in the room, and he goes, oh, I'll leave. And I went, no, you know what? You can stay. I don't care. You need to hear this too. And I just looked Vince in the eye, and I said, I do not love this anymore. I'm sick. I'm hurt. I'm confused. I don't know as a business what we're doing anymore.
CM Punk's departure from WWE is one of the most electrifying and controversial chapters in professional wrestling history, filled with drama, rebellion, and an unyielding spirit that captured the wrestling world's imagination. CM Punk, born Phillip Brooks, was one of WWE's most compelling and unconventional stars. Known for his sharp wit, rebellious attitude, and exceptional in-ring skills, Punk became a fan favorite for his straight-edge persona and his outspoken criticisms of the wrestling establishment. His rise to prominence was meteoric, culminating in his famous pipe bomb promo in 2011, where he vented his frustrations and challenged the status quo of WWE in a way that few had dared. The pipe bomb promo was a turning point. Punk's candid remarks about WWE's management, creative direction, and his own dissatisfaction resonated with fans and marked him as a voice of rebellion. It wasn't just a promo, it was a declaration of war against the corporate wrestling machine. Punk's charisma and the raw truth of his words earned him a massive following, but it also set the stage for his eventual clash with WWE. Despite his undeniable talent and popularity, Punk's relationship with WWE began to sour. Behind the scenes, he was increasingly frustrated with the company's creative decisions, his role in the promotion, and what he perceived as favoritism towards other wrestlers. His dissatisfaction reached a boiling point in early 2014, leading to a dramatic series of events that would culminate in his ban from WWE. The immediate catalyst for Punk's departure was his abrupt walkout in January 2014. Following the Royal Rumble event, Punk Punk was reportedly furious about his booking and the direction of his character. His walkout was not a scripted angle, it was a genuine protest against what he saw as a disregard for his value and contributions. Punk's exit was a significant loss for WWE, but the fallout was far from over. In the months following his departure, the wrestling world was abuzz with speculation and rumors. Punk's grievances were aired in various interviews and media appearances, including his explosive appearance on the Colt Cabana's Art of Wrestling podcast in November 2014. On the podcast, Punk laid bare his frustrations, detailing his dissatisfaction with WWE's handling of his health issues, creative differences, and alleged misconduct by the company. His candid revelations painted a picture of a broken relationship and added fuel to the fire of his ongoing feud with WWE. In 2021, CM Punk made a dramatic return to wrestling with AEW, All Elite Wrestling, marking a new chapter in his storied career. His comeback was met with immense excitement and nostalgia, proving that his impact on the wrestling world was far from over. Chris Benoit.
However, now some 26 hours later, the facts of this horrific tragedy are now apparent. Therefore, other than my comments, there will be no mention of Mr. Benoit's name tonight.
Chris Benoit's fall from grace is one of the most shocking and tragic stories in the history of professional wrestling. His once celebrated career was marred by a series of events that led to his permanent banishment from WWE and the broader wrestling community. Chris Benoit, known for his incredible technical skill, intense dedication, and profound impact on the wrestling world, was a revered figure in professional wrestling. His achievements included winning multiple championships, earning accolades for his in-ring prowess, and leaving a lasting impression on fans and peers alike. Benoit's career was marked by his dedication to wrestling as an art form, his commitment to excellence, and his relentless pursuit of greatness. However, the stunning and horrific events of June 2007 dramatically changed the narrative surrounding Benoit. Over the course of that month, Benoit, along with his wife Nancy and their son Daniel, were found dead in their home in a tragedy that shocked the world. The details of their deaths were deeply disturbing. Benoit had murdered his wife and son before taking his own life. The news sent shockwaves through the wrestling community and beyond, leaving fans and colleagues reeling from the horror of the situation. The immediate aftermath of the tragedy was marked by confusion and grief. Benoit's death was initially met with an outpouring of sympathy and condolences from fans and wrestling professionals who were stunned by the loss of one of the sport's most respected figures. However, as more details emerged, the focus shifted from mourning to grappling with the grim reality of what had transpired. The investigation revealed that Benoit had suffered from severe brain damage, likely resulting from years of head injuries and concussions sustained during his wrestling career. This information led to widespread discussions about the long-term effects of head trauma in professional wrestling and the potential link to mental health issues and violence. Benoit's condition highlighted the darker side of the wrestling industry and prompted calls for greater awareness and reform. In the wake of the tragedy, WWE faced a significant public relations crisis. Benoit's name was quickly and deliberately removed from WWE programming, and his matches and achievements were erased from official records. WWE's decision to ban Benoit from its history was a powerful statement reflecting the company's desire to distance itself from the scandal and the ethical implications of Benoit's actions. WWE's response to the tragedy also included a renewed focus on addressing the issue of head injuries and the need for better medical care for wrestlers. The company implemented new policies and programs aimed at improving wrestler safety, including more stringent wellness checks and educational initiatives about the dangers of head trauma. Benoit's banishment from WWE was not just a matter of removing him from programming, but also a broader attempt to address the fallout from the tragedy. The company's actions were part of a larger effort to grapple with the ethical and moral ramifications of the incident, as well as to reassure fans and stakeholders that it was taking steps to prevent similar occurrences in the future. Hulk Hogan.
Early this morning, speculation ran wild when Hulk Hogan's profile was mysteriously removed from WWE's website and the Tough Enough website. Likewise, all Hogan merchandise suddenly vanished from the company's online shop.
Hulk Hogan's banishment from WWE is a dramatic saga that combines elements of controversy, scandal, and redemption, reflecting the tumultuous nature of the professional wrestling world. Hulk Hogan, born Terry Bollea, is one of the most iconic and recognizable figures in wrestling history. Known for his charismatic personality, larger-than-life persona, and incredible in-ring prowess, Hogan became a global superstar in the 1980s and 1990s. His catchphrases like Hulkamania and "What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you" became legendary, and his influence on the industry was profound. Hogan's success helped propel WWE, then the WWF, into mainstream popularity, making him a central figure in wrestling's golden era. However, Hogan's once untouchable status was severely tarnished by a series of scandals that unfolded in the 2010s. The most significant blow came in July 2015, when a leaked tape featuring Hogan came to light. The tape, which was recorded without his knowledge, included racist and derogatory comments made by Hogan. The revelations were explosive and deeply damaging, leading to a significant backlash against the wrestling legend. The racial comments were a major turning point, sparking outrage among fans, wrestlers, and the public. WWE acted swiftly and decisively in response to the scandal. Hogan was removed from WWE's official website, his past matches and achievements were scrubbed from the company's history, and he was no longer included in any WWE programming or promotional materials. The decision to banish Hogan was a clear attempt by WWE to distance itself from the controversy and protect its public image. The impact of Hogan's banishment was far-reaching. His fall from grace was a stark reminder of how quickly a superstar's reputation can unravel. The scandal also prompted WWE to reevaluate its policies and practices regarding race, inclusivity, and the handling of sensitive issues. The company's response was part of a broader effort to address concerns about diversity and to ensure that its values aligned with contemporary standards. In the aftermath of the scandal, Hogan faced a period of intense public scrutiny and professional isolation. Despite his efforts to apologize and make amends, the road to redemption was challenging. Hogan's banishment from WWE marked a significant low point in his career, casting a long shadow over his previous accomplishments. However, the story of Hulk Hogan's WWE banishment did not end there. Over time, Hogan made efforts to rebuild his image and seek reconciliation. In 2018, WWE made a surprising move by reinstating Hogan into the WWE Hall of Fame, signaling a partial restoration of his legacy. The decision to reinstate Hogan was met with mixed reactions, with some fans and industry figures feeling that his return was premature or insufficiently addressed. Hogan's reinstatement into WWE was accompanied by a renewed focus on personal growth and advocacy. Hogan began working on projects aimed at addressing the issues highlighted by the scandal and promoting positive change. His return to WWE was a complex and controversial development, reflecting the ongoing struggle between redemption and accountability. Randy Savage.
He was different. He wasn't like everybody else. He was very intense and wanted to give his all.
But he started using that personality in his real life.
Randy Macho Man. Savage's banishment from WWE is a tale marked by intense drama, personal disputes, and the shifting sands of professional wrestling politics. Savage, born Randall Poffo, was one of wrestling's most charismatic and electrifying figures. His flamboyant persona, colorful attire, and gravelly voice made him a standout star in the 1980s and 1990s, and his wrestling prowess earned him a permanent place in the annals of wrestling history. Savage's journey in WWE was characterized by his larger-than-life persona and memorable rivalries. From his intense feuds with Hulk Hogan to his thrilling matches with Ricky Steamboat, Savage captivated audiences with his high-energy performances and distinctive style. His persona as the Macho Man was a cultural touchstone, and he was known for his signature catchphrases like, "Ooh, yeah," and "dig it." Despite his immense popularity and influence, Savage's relationship with WWE was fraught with tension and controversy, culminating in his banishment from the company. The roots of this estrangement can be traced back to personal and professional conflicts, as well as changing dynamics within the wrestling world. One of the primary reasons for Savage's fall from WWE was his strained relationship with the company's chairman, Vince McMahon. Reports suggest that Savage and McMahon had a tumultuous professional relationship, marked by disagreements over creative decisions and personal issues. As the wrestling landscape evolved, Savage's role within WWE became increasingly contentious. His high-profile departure from the company in 1994 was fueled by these unresolved conflicts, and he moved on to wrestle for rival promotions like WCW, World Championship Wrestling. Savage's tenure in WCW was notable for its own set of controversies. While he continued to be a major draw and maintained his popularity, his time in WCW was marked by internal disputes and creative differences with management. These issues further complicated his relationship with WWE and contributed to the growing divide between Savage and the wrestling organization that had once been his home. The real turning point in Savage's WWE banishment came after his departure from WCW. Despite being a wrestling legend, Savage was notably absent from WWE's celebrations of its past stars. The reasons for this exclusion are believed to be deeply rooted in unresolved personal grievances and lingering resentments from his time with WWE. The professional rift between Savage and McMahon remained a significant barrier, and Savage's banishment from WWE was a reflection of the broader challenges that can arise from personal and professional conflicts in the wrestling world. In the years following his banishment, Savage continued to be a respected figure in the wrestling community, but his exclusion from WWE programming was a constant reminder of the complexities of professional relationships and the impact of personal disputes on a wrestler's career. Savage's legacy was a subject of ongoing discussion among fans and industry insiders, and his absence from WWE was a notable gap in the company's historical narrative. If you enjoyed this video, click on the ones showing on your screen now to watch similar content.